Hello Year 2, happy Friday, welcome to your Jigsaw lesson for this week. I would like you to write in today's date and skill into your book please. The date today is Friday the 5th of February 2021 and your skill is to identify steps to reach a goal and show perseverance. So I'd like you to write that into your book now please. Pause the video now please. Okay, so I know Miss Bulford explained a little bit last week then about our Jigsaw lessons, and Jigsaw is what we call PSHE in school, and I know it's something that Year 2 really enjoy doing and look forward to it on a Friday. Okay, so let's begin this week's lesson then. So this is our charter, and we're just going to remind ourselves of our Jigsaw charter as we do every week. So we remind ourselves of our rules that we have in class to keep ourselves safe and so that we can be respectful for others. Okay, so I know that even though some of you are at home, some of these rules still apply, and actually although they might take a different form at home, they're still really important to remember, okay, so that we can be safe and remain respectful towards each other. Okay, let's have a look then at our charter. So the first one then, we take turns to speak. Might be a little bit easier if you're at home at the minute, but it's still a really important rule, something really important to think about. We use kind and positive words. We listen to each other. We have the right to pass. Now this means if we're not wanting to share our thoughts on something, that's absolutely fine, and we can just move on. Not everyone has to share everything. That is up to them. We only use names when giving compliments or when being positive, and that's really important that we make sure that it's a safe space for everyone and that we are positive towards everyone. And then we respect each other's privacy. Okay, so some of these might be a little bit more difficult at home, but we can just be mindful of them because they are really, really important rules and things to think about still. So, our aim for this lesson then. The aim for today, I can persevere even when I find tasks difficult, and I can identify steps to reach a goal. So we're going to discuss these two aims in a little bit more detail now. So, the first thing we're going to do then, before we go into our aims and perseverance, we're just going to take a few minutes to do our Calm Me activities. Now, the chime bar doesn't work too well over video, so we're not going to do the chime bar. So what I'd like you to do, if you are at home, I'd like you just to think back to the last time we used the chime bar and just think about how calm you felt when you were listening to it and listening to the sound, okay, as it got softer. And I'd like you to take a minute to focus our mind, okay, at the end of a very successful week. So you've all worked incredibly hard this week. So we're just going to take a minute just to calm and think about all the lovely things we've done this week, and just calm our minds a little bit. So you can close your eyes or you can lower your gaze, and then I'd like you to think about your calm place, okay? And I want you to take 3 deep breaths. Are you ready? Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. Well done, really good. I know you really enjoy that in Year 2. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do then, in order to think about goals and how we achieve them, we are going to play a little game. Okay, so I would like you to stand behind your chairs if you're in school, or stand up in a nice safe space if you're at home. Make sure you're not going to knock into anything or anyone or hurt yourself or anyone around you. And I would just like you to make sure, just look around you to make sure you're in a safe, clear space now, please. Okay, when you're ready then, I am going to call out an action and I would like you to act it out. Okay, but only if I start my sentence with Simon says. So if I say, for example, Simon says, touch your head, you're going to touch your head. However, if I just say, touch your shoulders, then are you going to touch your shoulders? No, well done, because I haven't said Simon says touch your shoulders. I've just said touch your shoulders, which you shouldn't do, okay? So let's have a go then. You ready? Simon says, turn around. Well done. Simon says, touch your head. Simon says, wiggle your bottom. Simon says, jazz hands. Touch your shoulders. Okay, I wonder if I got you out. I'm going to do it one more time. Simon says, clap your hands. Simon says, click your fingers. Simon says, sit down. Simon says, stand up. Close your eyes. I wonder if I've got any of you out then. Okay, I know you really enjoy playing this in Year 2. Okay, well done. So, was it easy to play Simon Says? I would like you to pause the video and I want you to tell the person next to you, or have a little think on your own, or discuss with your adult. Was it easy to play that game of Simon Says? Did I get you out? If I did get you out, then have a think about why it might be that I got you out, okay? And I would like you to pause the video and discuss this question now, please. Okay, well done. What steps then did you have to take in order to achieve during the game? So if I didn't get you out, if you listened and you followed all of the instructions really carefully, what steps did you take in order to achieve that? I'd like to pause the video now, please, and discuss this question. Okay, well done. So hopefully then, one of the things you said was listen. It's really important that you listen to the instructions that I was given. If you weren't listening, then you might not know if I'd said Simon Says or not. You need to watch really carefully, okay? So maybe watch the people around you, see if they're doing it, okay? The next one, concentrate. Okay, that's a really, really important one. So if you're daydreaming or thinking about something else, then you might be you might have got out easier, okay? So you might have been thinking about something else and not then been listening correctly. Okay, it's really important we concentrate. And focus, so very similar to concentrating, we need to focus on what we're doing. So last week then, we talked about using smaller steps to achieve a goal. And this strategy helps us show perseverance. What does the word perseverance mean? I would like you to talk to your partner now, or have a little think on your own, or discuss this with the person next to you. And I would like you to think, what does the word perseverance mean? Pause the video, please. Okay. Perseverance means then persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. So difficulty might be something that you find really hard, or things keep getting in your way. Things keep coming along that make it harder and harder to achieve your goal, but you keep going despite all of those difficulties. And delay in achieving success means that it might take a long time. So sometimes if we have a goal, it doesn't just happen overnight. We have to really work at it for months, sometimes years at a time to achieve our goal. Okay. So sometimes we can be given a task or a goal that can seem too difficult for us to achieve. And it's okay to feel like this, okay? Everyone feels like that at some point in their life. This is something that everybody feels, okay? Most people, most of the time, still manage to complete the task or achieve their goal, okay? So despite all those challenges, or them feeling maybe a little bit overwhelmed, or that it's too difficult for them, most people still manage to achieve their goal, okay? And they do this through perseverance. It's a really important concept that we're learning today. And today, you are going to have a go at creating your own perseverance ladder. You will choose one challenge from the options on the next slide, and then you will break the challenge down into steps and write each step on the rung of your ladder. Okay, so you're going to have a picture of Jigsaw Joe and the ladder, and you're going to write each step on the rung of your ladder. Okay. Once you've had a go at meeting the goal, or finishing the challenge, okay, following the steps you've set yourself, then you can leave yourself some advice in Jigsaw Joe's speech bubble. So in that little speech bubble that's going to be at the top of the ladder that I'm going to show you in a moment, you can leave yourself some advice. So your challenges then. You might learn the Macarena dance. You might count in Mandarin Chinese from 1 to 10. You might count in French in 2s from 0 to 20, or you might memorise the poem The Owl and the Pussycat. Okay, now all of these challenges, all of the resources you need to do this are going to be on the school website underneath this video, and you do not have to do all of them. I would just like you to choose one, okay, choose the one that you think you're going to enjoy the most. Okay, and you do not have to print the resources, you can just download them and have a look through. So they're going to all be on the same PDF, and you can scroll through to find the one that you would like to do, that you think you're going to find the most enjoyable. Okay, and then once you have had a go completing that challenge, you are then going to have this ladder. So you can either print this out, again this will be on the school website underneath this video, this ladder here, this picture of Jigsaw Joe on the ladder. And you can either print this out, or alternatively, you can draw this ladder into your book. Okay, and this is where you will write each step that you took, okay, when you're thinking about that challenge and breaking it down into small steps. this is where you'll write here each step that you took. Okay, so you're not going to try and fit it all in there, just here, or even if you just want to stick it in and then bullet point underneath if you haven't got space, it's absolutely up to you. Okay, so I want you to really think about the steps you will take to persevere and reach your goal. Okay, and that, if the more thinking you do for that, the easier this will be. Okay, then once you have done that, I would like you to think, which step do you think will be the hardest? Okay, and then I want you to colour it in. So which step do you think was the hardest to do, and then colour it in. And then don't forget to add some advice here in Jigsaw Joe's speech bubble once you've completed your goal. Okay, I hope you really enjoy the activity that you choose and completing this little ladder here, thinking about your steps and how you persevere to achieve those goals, because some of them are very challenging. Okay, and you might not achieve it today. This might be something you work out over the weekend or even into next week. Okay, so you don't need to have finished this by the end of this afternoon. Okay, so it might be something that you work on for a few days or in a couple of weeks. That's absolutely fine. But I do hope you have a lovely weekend, you two. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.